So today we're going to be making Swiss chard fritters, and these are so great because they're chock full of loads of leafy greens. They're really good for you and your growing baby. So first I'm just going to grate my zucchini and just snip the ends off and then just do a rough grate. Okay, so for my zucchini, I just have a colander ready that's lined with a clean tea towel. Just going to put the grated zucchini in the tea towel. And then I'm just gonna give this a good sprinkle of salt, bundle this and put it over the sink to drain for about 10 minutes. So next, we're gonna prep our Swiss chard. All we're gonna do is we're going to rib them. So we're gonna cut the big stocky ribs from the leafy greens. I'm just gonna cut these in half. And we're just gonna boil these until they're just a little tender, not soft, maybe like a minute. I'm just gonna add the leafy greens. These take no time at all. You really just want them to wilt. So I'm basically just gonna submerge them, leave them for a few seconds, and then pull them right out. So I have my blanched Swiss chard, I have my leaves and my stems, and we're just gonna leave these to cool. So in the meantime, we're gonna chop the rest of our veggies. I have a bundle of washed herbs just here. We're gonna use a really nice bunch of parsley, about a half cup chopped dill, so a nice little bundle of dill. And then separately, we'll chop 3 scallions. So first, I'm just gonna cut the woody ends off, and we're just gonna give these a nice fine chop. So then we're going to thinly slice 3 scallions. I'm just going to trim the ends off and the woody tops. So now we have all of our herbs chopped in our bowl. I'm just gonna add 2 eggs. And then 3 tablespoons of white whole wheat flour. So here we have our blanched Swiss chard. I let this cool for about 10 minutes so that it was cool enough to handle. And then I just gave it a really good wringing over the sink to get rid of any excess water. I'm gonna give my stems a nice fine chop. Add them to our mixing bowl, along with our Swiss chard leaves. When they're cooked, they actually are easier to digest. So if any of you pregnant ladies are having some digestive issues, this is a good way to help combat that. Here I have our zucchini that was hanging out in the sink. All that salt helped bring out all the excess moisture in the zucchini, so I, again, wrung it really nice and dry over the sink. And I'm just gonna add this to our mixing bowl and give it all a stir. So last but not least, I'm gonna add some creamy feta. This is a goat and sheep's milk feta, but you could use cow. This also, I find, is a bit easier on your digestion than cow's milk. Crumble it over the bowl. Give that a stir. And that's it. So now we're ready to fry, so I'm gonna bring it over to the stove. So I'm just gonna get my cast iron skillet heating on like medium high. I'm just gonna add a splash of extra virgin olive oil. You don't want it to get too hot, you don't want it to smoke, but you want it to be nice and shimmering. So I'm gonna turn my heat down just a little. And then add 3 spoonfuls of my fritter mixture. Depending on the size of your pan, you might wanna add 1 more, you might wanna add 1 less. So our fritters have been cooking for about a minute, 2 minutes per side. You just want them to get nice and golden and crispy, and then they're ready to go. So to finish, I'm just gonna give them a little sprinkle with some flaky sea salt. And I love giving them a little squirt of fresh lemon juice.